Condensed Bat-Supe in 30 seconds. The following podcast features themes of racial and religious discrimination and political corruption. Listeners should be aware that some language used in the original broadcast includes slurs and prejudiced terms that were sadly common in the post-war era, but do not reflect our values today and are presented for historical context. While important to confront, this content may be upsetting. Listener discretion is advised.
The following is transcribed.
Welcome to Condensed Bat-Supe. Now with 66% fewer superheroes than our regular podcast, which makes Condensed Bat-Supe even less nutritious, but still just as delicious. We're featuring episodes of The Adventures of Superman without the caped crusaders. Tie on your capes for lots of shocking news, plenty of deductive reasoning, and backwater vigilantes galore. In this edition of Condensed Bat-Supe, we proudly present Chapter 9 of George Latimer, Crooked Political Boss, as originally broadcast on September 13th, 1946.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents The Adventures of Superman. Today, temporarily stymied by the mysterious murder of Lippy Williams, Clark Kent is unaware that Sam Robbins is being led into a death trap.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal Dan McCullough. Say, do you know what's even more fun than getting the swell prize in each package of Kellogg's Pep? Why, it's collecting all 3 different kinds of Pep prizes and seeing how many of each kind you can collect. You get loads of fun for weeks and weeks. First off, it's mighty exciting to see which kind of prize you'll get in your next Pep package. Maybe it's a bright-colored comic button picturing a favorite comic strip character, 18 in all to pin on your jacket or your beanie cap. Or maybe it's a bird picture, each with a full description on the reverse side. Yes, sir. Or maybe your next Pep prize will be one of 7 colored cardboard plane models. A cinch to put together. Yes, sir, you keep right on having fun when you're collecting the prizes in packages of Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. And all the while, you can be enjoying breakfast with those crunchy golden whole wheat flakes of Pep. Flakes all crisp and fresh and catchy tasting as you spoon them up. I mean, Pep makes with a flavor in a strictly terrific way. So get going, gang. Ask Mom to get you Kellogg's Pep tomorrow and look for your prize inside the package.
Now, The Adventures of Superman. Although a web of circumstantial evidence has been so cleverly planted that Sam Robbins appears to be the only suspect for the shooting of Joe Martin, his best friend and war buddy, Clark Kent insists that Robbins is innocent. Lippy Williams, reporter for the scandal-mongering Metropolis Clarion, knew that Robbins was not guilty, since he had been an instrument of Big George Latimer, unscrupulous state political boss, in planting the frame-up. But when Latimer arranged for Robbins' transfer to a jail in a section of the state known to be a hotbed of racial and religious bigotry, Williams called it murder and refused to be a party to it. Meanwhile, unaware of the danger to Robbins due to Latimer's latest move, but suspecting that Williams knew enough to help clear the accused ex-GI, Kent took Sam's mother to the Clarion office in the hope of making Lippy talk. Kent and Mrs. Robbins were talking with Abner Brown, the Clarion editor, when a call came in from the police. Turning white, the editor hung up and gasped.
That was the police, Kent. Lippy Williams was just found on River Road. Dead.
Taking Mrs. Robbins with him, Kent rushes out of the Clarion office and into a cab. A few minutes later, we find him talking with Inspector Henderson in front of the city morgue.
What's the story on this killing, Inspector?
Well, we don't know much yet, Kent, except that Williams was found on the side of the road just inside city limits. The medical examiner said he'd been dead about, half an hour when a patrol car spotted him.
Any idea who did it?
Nothing to hang a hat on. But, and this isn't for publication, Kent.
Okay.
But my hunch is that Williams was done in by someone he libeled in a Clarion story.
Oh?
Yeah, there are plenty of guys in this town with a motive like that, you know.
Could be. My guess is he was put away for knowing too much.
Knowing too much? About what?
About the shooting of Joe Martin.
What? Hey, Kent, if you know something you've been holding...
I don't know anything except that Sam Robbins is innocent. But I have got some ideas, and that's one of them. And if Mrs. Robbins, Sam's mother, can identify Williams as the man who came to see her, I'll explain what's in my mind.
Okay. Let her view the body. Where is she?
Waiting for me in that cab. Come on, we'll take her into the morgue. Was this the man who came to your house yesterday, Mrs. Robbins?
Well, was it?
Please, Inspector, please. I know this is trying, Mrs. Robbins, but it must be done to help Sam. Now, don't try to talk. Just nod your head. Was this the man? You're positive? All right, that's all I want to know. Come on, Mrs. Robbins, I'll put you in a cab. Wait for me in your car, Inspector.
All right, Kent, now give. What was Lippy Williams doing at the Robbins house yesterday, and what's that got to do with what happened tonight?
Well, here it is, Inspector. I'm practically certain that Lippy planted the gun in Sam's room.
What gun?
The one with which Joe Martin was shot.
Oh? What makes you so sure of that?
Because I happen to know that Lippy came to the Robbins house a half hour or so before the state troopers showed up and found the gun. He posed as one of Sam's buddies. Mrs. Robbins went into the kitchen to get him something to eat, leaving him alone in the living room. She was gone several minutes.
And you think Lippy, a reporter, slipped into Robbins' room and planted the gun, huh?
That's right.
Why?
Because I think he was working with the people who have deliberately framed Sam.
What people? And who says he was framed?
I do. And so do Sam's GI friends who were standing next to him at the Capitol when Joe Martin was shot. They all swear he did not have a gun. And I'm sure Joe Martin will say the same thing when he's able to talk.
But Big George Latimer said he saw Robbins pull a gun.
I know. But I believe Big George Latimer is, mistaken.
You won't find many takers for that idea in this state. But go on. You say Williams was working for someone who wanted to frame Robbins. Like who?
Like whoever wants to discourage the veterans from complaining that they're being discriminated against in state job appointments on the basis of race and religion.
I'll be hanged if I can see a connection between the GI beef against the state administration and Williams' murder. Maybe I'm thick.
I don't like to agree with you on that, Inspector, but...
Watch your manners, Kent.
Sorry, but you asked for it.
Never mind. Just tell me how these two separate headaches tie in.
I've already told you. I think Lippy either found out about the plot to frame Sam Robbins or was in on it for his scandal sheet. So?
So he was bumped off because he knew too much, huh?
Right.
No, I don't buy that, Kent.
Well?
I still think Williams was knocked off by somebody he slandered in the Clarion.
Okay, how do we find out?
Well, the first thing to do is to trace his movements tonight.
Just what I was about to suggest.
All right, let's go see Williams' editor, Abner Brown.
Okay.
Take us to the Metropolis Clarion rally. Tell me, Mr. Brown, you know where Lippy Williams was this evening?
Why, no, I don't, Inspector.
When was the last time you saw him? Alive, I mean.
Well, this afternoon. Stopped in here to file a story and then left.
Did he say where he was going?
Nope.
Did you hear from him after he left?
Well, yes, I did. He phoned in.
Where from?
I don't know.
What did he call about, Brownie?
None of your business, Kent.
Well, it's my business, so tell me. What did he phone in about?
He said he expected to have an important story for us soon and to stand by. That was all.
What kind of a story?
I don't have to divulge that.
Now, look here, Brown,
Don't
if you...
pull that tone on me, Inspector. I know my rights.
Oh, come on, Brownie. It's no secret that Lippy was working exclusively on the Sam Robbins story, is it?
Well, no, I suppose there's no harm in admitting that.
And that's what he called about?
Uh-huh.
What did he say?
Well, nothing much. Only that he expected to have an important story in a couple of hours and to stand by.
Well, maybe that's enough. Come on, Inspector. Now I think it's time I had a talk with Governor Wheeler.
Leaving Inspector Henderson, Clark Kent proceeds alone to the state capitol building for a talk with Governor Wheeler. Meanwhile, on the edge of a dirt road detour near a small upstate town, two men armed with rifles crouch in the moonless darkness beside an old barn. 6 other men, similarly armed, squat behind bushes across the narrow country lane.
How long's it been since Latimer called you, Dean?
Well, about 2 hours.
It shouldn't take them troopers that long to get this far with that Robbins fella.
Now, don't you worry. They'll be along soon now. Maybe he was held up in traffic or something.
Maybe. Can't help being impatient, though. Just itching to get my hands on that rotten foreigner.
And so am I.
We'll teach him what it means to shoot a real American, and a war veteran at that.
You bet we will. But hang on to your patience. We wouldn't have had this chance if Latimer hadn't tipped me they was transferring Robbins to the county seat tonight.
That's right. You know, I'm surprised.
Hold it.
What's the matter?
I thought I saw Harry's flashlight up the highway. Must have been a car's lights, though.
I hope there's only the 2 troopers with Robbins.
Well, that's all they usually send with 1 prisoner. Anyhow, there are 8 of us, not counting Harry. They won't be expecting anything.
It won't be so good if another car happens to turn in the detour behind them.
Well, if one does, Harry'll head it off. There's not much traffic out this way at night, though.
Oh. And did you see what the Daily Planet said today, Dean, about Sam Robbins being a good American and not a foreigner?
That stinking paper? All those veterans who are hollering for state jobs are foreigners and radicals. Just because they were in the Army, they think they got everything coming to them.
Yep. We worked to get Governor Wheeler and the party elected, and these guys want state jobs same as us, because they're ex-GIs.
They're all radicals, that's why, like Robbins. We got to teach those guys a lesson.
Maybe when we get through with Robbins, those other foreigners will see that we 100% Americans mean business.
You said it. They better... Hold it.
Huh?
There's Harry's signal.
Yeah, I see it. That means the trooper's car turned into the detour. Look, Dean, you can see the headlights.
Uh-huh. Hey, you guys, get ready.
We're ready, Dean.
Come on, Mart. Get this block across the road before they come around the bend.
Yeah, let's go.
Seizing 2 long sawhorses, Dean Evans and Mart Wells dragged them into the road, into the path of the approaching car bearing Sam Robbins and the unsuspecting state troopers. We'll be back in a moment with the dramatic climax of today's episode, so stand by.
Say, you know what keeps so many fellows and girls all hepped up about dashing into breakfast on the double quick? Why, a sunny, golden toasted bowl of Kellogg's Pep. Yes, sir. When Pep leads off the menu, it's mighty hard to wait for breakfast. You keep thinking how tender and how crisp those whole wheat flakes are. And you keep looking forward to your first taste of Pep's keen sunshine flavor. And then, when you do dig into your bowl of Pep, was there ever such a smooth treat? And say, while we're speaking of smooth, did you ever see anything to beat the slick prizes Pep gives you? 3 different kinds of prizes, one or the other in each package of Pep. For instance, your next prize may be a bird picture in brilliant color with a full description on the reverse side. Collect all 24 of them, and will you be wise on birds? Or maybe your next Pep prize will be one of 7 colored cardboard plane models, easy to put together. Or maybe it'll be a bright-colored comic button picturing a favorite comic strip character, 18 in all to pin on your jacket or your beanie cap. There's one or the other of these 3 knockout prizes in every Pep package. So ask Mom to be sure and get you Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine cereal.
A state police car bearing 2 uniformed troopers and Sam Robbins has just swung off Highway 120 into a narrow dirt road detour. Now, turning a bend, the troopers see 2 long sawhorses hung with a red lantern blocking the dark road. The man at the wheel applies his brakes and speaks to his companion who is in the rear seat with Sam.
What's the matter with these road workers? They turn us off into a detour and then block it.
Yeah, that's a funny one. Better get out and have a look, Bill.
Okay.
Put your hands up, troopers. Put them up, I said. High. Reach for your guns and you're both dead men.
Holy smokes. 4, 6, 8 masked guys, all with rifles.
Yeah. What's the idea? What do you want?
We want your prisoner, Sam Robbins.
What?
You want him for what?
That ain't none of your business. We want that dirty foreign radical, see? And we mean to take him if we have to shoot you to do it. So don't try to stop us. Okay, men. Go get him.
Helplessly, the 2 troopers stand with hands upraised as 3 armed and masked men move forward to where Sam Robbins sits in the rear seat of the police car. What will happen to the ex-GI, whose big crime in the minds of these men of hate and bigotry is that he attends a church different from their own? Don't miss Monday's exciting episode to hear what happens when Superman learns what took place on the narrow, dark detour. Tune in, same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, The Adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at the same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. You know, gang, famous names are often family names, like the Kellogg family of cereals. And here's a famous member that makes breakfast mighty swell. It's Kellogg Shredded Wheat. Full ripe whole wheat made into tender, plump biscuits that fit your bowl. Toasted just right, too, for crispness and natural nut sweet flavor. As for nutrition, well, Kellogg Shredded Wheat is made of finest whole wheat. Mom likes that, and the economy of 15. 15 biscuits in every package. Remind Mom to get Kellogg Shredded Wheat. And be sure to be with us on Monday for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
And now, faster than a speeding bullet, Condensed Bat-Supe proudly presents Chapter 10 of George Latimer, Crooked Political Boss, which was originally broadcast on September 16th, 1946.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman. Today, while Clark Kent rushes to the governor's mansion for a showdown talk, he is unaware that a group of cowardly bigots, taking the law into their own hands, have ambushed the state police escort and threatened the life of ex-GI Sam Robbins.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal Dan McCullough. Say, isn't it something the way that keen, catchy taste of Kellogg's Pep puts the clutch on you? You get that strictly super pep flavor, and right off, it gets you. And from then on, it's you for pep and pep for you. And you wouldn't think of doing without those crisp golden flakes of whole wheat for a single breakfast. Sure, Pep's that delicious. Why, every crunchy flake practically melts in your mouth, all tender and toasty. Yes, sir, if you're hep to Kellogg's Pep, you're hep to a mighty smooth dish, all right. And you're also hep to those slick pep prizes. Prizes that are always surprises because you never know which one of the 3 different kinds of prizes you'll find when you open your next pep package. For instance, you'll get either a colored cardboard model of a famous fighting plane, one of 7 in the great Pep Air Fleet, or you'll get one of 24 pictures of birds in brilliant color with a full description on the reverse side. Or else you'll find a bright colored comic button picturing one of 18 characters from the funnies. Collect all 18 and pin them on your jacket or your beanie cap. Just ask Mom to get Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, tomorrow and look for your prize inside the package.
Now, the adventures of Superman. Believing in the innocence of Sam Robbins, a war vet accused of shooting another ex-GI, Clark Kent has set out to prove that Robbins was framed as part of a plot to further the practice of racial and religious discrimination in state jobs. Then the mysterious murder of an opposition paper reporter deepened Kent's suspicions of the state political leaders to a point where he decided on a showdown with Governor Wheeler. Meanwhile, unknown to Kent, the governor, yielding to pressure from Big George Latimer, state political boss, had arranged for Sam Robbins' removal to a jail in upstate Grant City, hotbed of fanatical intolerance. As our story continues today, Kent is still unaware that as he is entering the state capitol, a police car bearing Sam in the custody of 2 state troopers is stopped at a roadblock on a dark, narrow country dirt road used as a detour. 8 masked men, armed with rifles, surround the car as their leader, a tall man named Dean Carter, approaches.
Hey, what is this, a holdup?
Not exactly, Trooper. Just do as we say and nothing will happen to you.
What do you want?
We want your prisoner. That there Sam Robbins feller.
What?
What do you want him for?
That ain't none of your business. We want him for personal reasons, and we aim to get him. We have to shoot you both to do it.
Are you crazy?
You know what you're doing.
Sure, we know what we're doing. Now keep your hands up and don't try nothing fancy. Okay, Mart. Drag him out of that car.
Now, wait a minute.
Shut up, trooper.
Come on, Robbins, get out.
I can't. I'm fast.
Oh, no, then I'll come and get you out.
Are you...
You fool. Can't you see the man's handcuffed to that steel rod?
What do you know? And I skinned my knuckles on him for nothing.
You filthy coward. If I had my hands free, I'd...
Shut up.
Don't
you
move,
dirty.
trooper. Now, where's the keys to them handcuffs?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
Lying ain't gonna get you no place. Search 'em, Mart.
Now, look, you're asking for trouble.
When
You're
I
gonna-
want advice from you, I'll ask for it. Find them keys, Mart.
Yep. Here's some.
Okay, unlock them cuffs. Keep 'em up, troopers, or by Harry, I'll fire a bullet through your middle.
I hope you know the penalty for interfering in the law, officers, in the execution of duty.
Duty? If you was to do your duty as good Americans, there wouldn't be no necessity for good citizens to be doing it for you.
What do you mean?
I mean, you'd have done to this foreign radical what we're fixing to do to him. For daring to shoot a 100% American veteran, that's what.
You can't take the law into your own hands.
Ain't nobody gonna stop us. Leastwise, you.
Don't you realize you're condemning Robbins without a fair trial?
Don't you fret none about that. We'll give him a fair trial, all right. Won't we, boys?
Okay, the handcuffs are off. Now get out of this car, you rat. We got a surprise for you.
And I got one for you.
Hold it, Mert. Bring him out here. We'll take care of him.
Come on. Come on, get out. Get out, you no good.
Okay, brave boy. I'm getting out.
Come, Doc. Tie up the troopers. When we get through, we'll come back and turn them loose.
Okay, Dean. Come on, Tom.
I'm warning you, crackpots. You better listen to us.
We got to take this corner, Doc, you drive their car off the road where nobody will see it. Okay, Robbins, start walking.
Where?
Into those woods. We got a nice spot picked out for your grave.
His face pale, but his steps steady. Sam Robbins walks into the woods, the rifles of the men of hate pointed at his back. At the same moment, miles away in Metropolis, Clark Kent is talking with Governor Wheeler in the library of the Executive Mansion.
Just a moment, Mr. Kent. Are you implying that I know who killed that Clarion reporter, Williams?
Don't you, Governor?
Of course I don't.
I suppose you'll also deny that you knew Lippy Williams planted the gun with which Joe Martin had been shot in Sam Robbins' house.
He what?
You heard me.
You said Williams planted the gun with which Joe Martin had been shot?
In Sam Robbins' room, yes. I was about to prove it tonight, but someone who apparently guessed I might do just that put Lippy out of the way.
Good heavens, I can't believe it.
Oh.
Why do you think I would have put Williams to framing Robbins?
You know why. So you can make the public believe the veterans are led by hot-headed radicals, as you charge in the Clarion.
Well, there may have been certain unfortunate statements credited to me, but I assure you I didn't make them.
You didn't, eh? You mean somebody else made them for you?
I didn't say that.
Look, Governor, quit stalling. One man has already died in this dirty business. Joe Martin, a war hero, may die, too. And if he does, Sam Robbins, another war hero, will be executed for a crime he did not commit. Now, is that what you want?
No, of course not.
All right, then why did you permit Sam Robbins to be framed?
I tell you, I'm not responsible for that.
Well, who is?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come, Governor, admit it. It's obvious that you're encouraging the Clarion to try Sam in its dirty pages and to condemn him before his case can even come to trial. You hope to get the GIs off your neck that way.
That isn't true, Kent. Why?
And I'll tell you what else you're doing. By constantly calling Sam a foreigner and saying he shot an American, you're deliberately and maliciously stirring up racial and religious intolerance.
Stop talking like that, Kent. If I wanted to crucify Robbins, would I have sent him out of Metropolis?
What? You sent him out of Metropolis?
Yes, so he'd be safe. I was afraid the veterans might try to storm the city jail again to free him, as they started to do today when Superman stopped them. If I was against Robbins and the veterans, as you say, I would have welcomed trouble that would make them look bad.
Wait a minute. Where did you send Sam?
To a jail upstate at Grant City.
Grant City? No.
Yes, I thought...
Why, you... Oh, you know Grant City is a hotbed of nationalistic crackpots and religious fanatics. You didn't send Sam Robbins there to be safe. You sent him there to be late.
Now, just a moment, Mr. Kent.
Why did you send him there? And when?
Well, this evening, George Latimer suggested it should be done at once.
Big George Latimer, eh? You mean he told you to send Sam to Grant City?
He didn't tell me. He merely suggested that Robbins ought to be removed from Metropolis.
And sent upstate where he'd be removed from this world, eh?
Now, wait. You mustn't misunderstand me.
Don't worry, Governor. I understand everything now. But I want you to understand this. I'm going to Grant City at once. When I get there, I want to find an order to have Sam Robbins brought back to Metropolis. Or else...
Now, look here. How dare you talk to me that way?
You haven't heard anything yet, Governor. Get that order and pray as you've never prayed before that nothing happens to Sam Robbins before I get to Grant City. Hurrying from the governor's mansion, Clark Kent steps behind a hedge and, resuming his true identity of Superman, takes to the air. Up, up, and away! We'll return in a moment for the startling climax of today's episode. So stand by.
You know, gang, you could hunt far and wide before you find more exciting prizes than you find in packages of Kellogg's Pep. Mind you, not just one kind of prize, but 3 different kinds, one or the other in each package of Pep you open. And are all 3 kinds fun to collect? Take, for instance, those bright-colored comic buttons, each picturing a favorite comic strip character. Will you look slick with all 18 of them pinned on your jacket or your beanie cap? Or take that snappy series of 7 Pep model planes made of colored cardboard and a cinch to put together. Or those 24 full-color bird pictures, each with a full description on the reverse side, helping make you a mighty wise bird yourself. You'll find one or the other of these 3 kinds of prizes in every package of Pep. 49 different prizes in all that you can get. And say, while you're collecting them, you'll be enjoying just about the slickest, keenest tasting dish ever. Yes, sir, those crisp golden flakes of Pep sure do let loose with the flavor. I mean, Pep makes breakfast a terrific affair. In fact, from every angle, Pep's a prize dish. So ask Mom to get you Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, and look for your prize inside the package.
18 miles from Grant City, where Superman has just arrived, a group of 10 men, 9 of them masked, stand in a dark, moonless forest glade. The unmasked man is Sam Robbins, whose hands are bound tightly behind him. Scornfully, he looks at the grim-armed pack surrounding him and says,
All right, you stinking cowards. My hands are tied behind me, and there are 9 of you with guns. Now go on, get your dirty work over with.
Shut your mouth, you rotten foreigner.
Why, you
didn't have to do that, Mark.
Huh? What's the matter with you, Doc?
Nothing. Except I don't like to see a man slugged when he can't fight back, that's all.
This ain't no man. He's just a... Yeah? Just untie me for a minute, and I'll show you all. One at a time or all together.
You'd better be quiet, lad.
Don't bother with him, Doc. We're going to shut his mouth for good. Well, maybe you can shut my mouth, but you can't shut the mouths of all the guys who fought the war against mugs who talk like you. And what's more, my buddies will take care of you guys. The same way they took care of Hitler's and Hirohito's gold. Oh, it makes me sick to think we went through Guadalcanal and Okinawa and Iwo and all those other places for guys like you. Where do you get the nerve to call yourselves Americans?
Hey, what is it? What are we waiting for? Wait a minute, man. Hold it.
What's on your mind now, Doc? Still feeling sorry for this radical scum?
Look, man. Maybe he did shoot that other veteran.
What do you mean about me?
Well, even if he did, he did fight in the war for us, like he says, and...
What's the matter with you?
Be quiet, everybody!
Well, what, Doc? Finish what you started to say. Go on.
Well, all I got to say is, I think Robbins deserves a fair trial in the court.
Quiet! You think anyone who happened to be drafted into the Army can get away with any crime against Americans, Doc?
Oh, no, certainly not, but...
But nothing. Robbins is a foreign radical. He shot 100% American veterans. And if the state police think they can pamper him and waste taxpayers' money with trials and such like, we aim to show them they're wrong. Am I right, boys?
Wait a minute.
You better keep your oar out of this, buddy, or this lynch-mad mob will give it to you, too. Thanks for trying.
Lynch man, huh? Look, guys, shooting is too good for Robbins. We got a few hoses here. I move we finish them with them or with our feet. What do you say? You bastard! Come on!
Like a pack of wolves, the cowardly, murder-bent mob rushes towards Sam Robbins, planning to beat him with rubber hoses and rifle butts, despite the fact that his hands are bound. Is this the end for the heroic young American GI who committed the unpardonable sin in the eyes of these bigots and fanatics, being born into a different church from theirs? What will happen with Superman only 18 miles away, growing anxious as the state trooper's car fails to appear in Grant City? Can he find the dark glade in the forest? And in time? We'll know tomorrow, so don't miss the next thrilling episode. Tune in, same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at the same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. Say, gang, talk about famous names. Why, Kellogg is the greatest name in cereals. And Kellogg makes Kellogg shredded wheat, crisp, tender biscuits that are full up with natural nut-sweet flavor, toasted the Kellogg way, just right. Mighty good for breakfast and mighty good for you. They're whole wheat. Mom knows Kellogg shredded wheat is economical, too. You get 15 biscuits in every package. They're made to fit the bowl. Ask Mom to get you some Kellogg shredded wheat. And be sure to be with us tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
It's time for a Condensed Bat-Supe Extra Helping, because sometimes heroes have to deal with all kinds of shady characters to solve their case. This time, we're bringing you the story that started it all for Sam Spade. It's part 1 of The Maltese Falcon, as originally broadcast on the Lux Radio Theater on February 8, 1943.
Lux presents Hollywood. The Lux Radio Theater brings you Edward G. Robinson, Gail Patrick, and Laird Kriegar in The Maltese Falcon. Ladies and gentlemen, your producer, Mr. Cecil B. DeMille.
Greetings from Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. Some people like mystery stories because of the intellectual challenge they present. Personally, I'm seldom able to figure out who done it without skipping to the back of the book. But give me a good detective story, and like presidents, bankers, housewives, and chorus girls the country over, I find that my own troubles hold up their tents like the Arabs and silently steal away. Tonight we point with pride to a triumph of the art, the Dashiell Hammett classic, The Maltese Falcon, brought to us by 3 of our favorite stars, Edward G. Robinson, Gail Patrick, and Laird Kriegar. The Warner Brothers screenplay was masterfully written and directed by John Huston, who comes by his talent naturally because he's Walter Huston's son. For the next hour, we'll follow the eerie trail of this fabulous falcon, which is coveted by many people to their great ill fortune and to the great ill health of a few. I think most of us have a secret desire to be detectives. At least that seems to be very true of this audience, because you've done some good practical detective work by discovering dozens of different ways to use Lux Flakes. And that doesn't make any of us unhappy. Nowadays, many familiar materials are doing a wartime job. Nylon and silk are going into parachutes, cotton, rayon, and wool into uniforms, and many other wartime uses. That means that we on the home front must make the things we have last longer, so that our boys on the fighting fronts will have what they need. You're all trying to track down ways and means to make washable fabrics last, and the clue that's giving you domestic detectives the solution is Lux Flakes. But now let's track down the Maltese Falcon, because here's the first act, starring Edward G. Robinson as Sam Spade, Gail Patrick as Bridget, and Laird Kriegar as Gutman. At 2 o'clock in the morning, the city of San Francisco lies sleeping under a blanket of fog. Along a lonely street, a man walks slowly, his footsteps ringing hollowly against the wet pavement. He passes a deserted alley and stops. The man turns and peers for a long time into the shadows. Suddenly, one of the shadows moves. The man stumbles backward. His hands reach out to shield his body.
All right, Spade, open up. We know you're in there, Spade. Come on.
Who is it?
It's Dundee and Polehouse. Want to speak to you.
Come in, Lieutenant. Nice time to make a call.
Yeah.
4 a.m. When did your watch stop?
We don't have any hours on the force, Spade. Got a couple of questions to ask you.
Sure. Hiya, Tom.
Hello, Sam. What do you know about this killing, Spade?
Very little.
Archie was your partner, wasn't he?
That's right.
Spade and Archer, private detective. Well, I guess you'll have to change that name.
Yeah. From now on, it's just Sam Spade.
Yeah. You don't seem very broken up over this, Spade. Miles Archer gets shot dead 2 hours ago, and you toss it off like a scotch and soda.
Oh, excuse me. Will you have one, Lieutenant?
No, I won't.
Okay. Mind if I have one, Lieutenant?
No.
You don't like me, do you, Dundee?
I don't like any cops who aren't on the force. I asked you what you knew about Miles Archer getting killed.
Well, once again, very little. Your boys called me at 10 after 2. I understand they found a Webley automatic in the alley with one bullet out of it.
Yeah. Was Archer out on a job last night?
Well, sure. He was supposed to be tailing a fellow named Floyd Thursby.
Thursby? What for?
Come on, Spade. What for?
We were trying to find out where he lived.
Spade, suppose you answer once without thinking so hard.
I don't like this, Dundee. What are you sucking around for? Tell me or get out.
I asked you why you were tailing Thursby.
I wasn't. Miles was. For the swell reason that we had a client who was paying good United States money to have him tailed.
Who's the client?
Well, I'm sorry. I can't tell you that.
Be reasonable, Sam. Give us a chance. How can we turn up anything on Miles' killing if you won't tell us what you've got?
Okay. It was a girl who wanted us to tail Thursby.
What girl?
She came into the office yesterday afternoon. I didn't know who she was. Effie announced her about 3 o'clock. Said there was a girl to see me. A girl named Wanda.
There's a girl to see you, Mr. Spade. She says her name's Wonderly.
What is she, Effie? A customer?
I guess so. You'll want to see her anyway, Mr. Spade. She's a knockout.
Well, sure in, Effie, darling.
Will you come in, Miss Wonderly? Thank you.
Mr. Spade?
Yeah, that's right. Now, what can I do for you, Miss Wonderly?
Well, I don't know where to start. I asked at the hotel for the name of a reliable private detective, and they mentioned yours.
I see. Well, I suppose you tell me about it from the very beginning.
Well, I'm from New York. I've come here to find my sister.
Uh-huh. Well, are you sure she's in San Francisco?
Well, she was 2 weeks ago. I had a letter from her. She came here with a man named Thursby, Floyd Thursby.
You mean she ran away with him?
Yes. Oh, Mr. Spade, I've got to find her. Mother and father in Honolulu, and it would kill them. I've got to get her back before they come home.
Well, what did she say in the letter?
Nothing, except that she was all right. I sent her a note begging her not to do anything foolish. I sent it to General Delivery. I told her I was coming out to get her. I shouldn't have done that, should I?
Well, it's not always easy to know what to do. You haven't found her?
No. No, I told her I'd be at the St. Mark for her to meet me there. But I've waited 3 whole days. She didn't come, didn't even send a message.
Well, go on.
Oh, it was horrible, waiting. But yesterday afternoon, I went to the post office. Corinne didn't come for her mail, but Floyd Thursby did.
Well, did you speak to him?
Yes. He wouldn't tell me where Corinne was, but he promised to bring her to the hotel this evening.
Hi, Sam. Say, Oh, excuse me.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right, Miles. Miss Wonderly, this is Mr. Archer, my partner.
Well, how do you do?
Mr. Archer.
Anything I can do, Sam?
Well, Miss Wonderly's sister ran away from New York with a fellow named Thursby. Mm-hmm. Miss Wonderly has seen Thursby and has a date with him tonight at the St. Mark. Maybe he'll bring the sister with him, but the chances are he won't. Miss Wonderly wants us to find the sister and get her away from him and back home, right?
Yes. But I want you to know that he's a dangerous man. I don't think he'd stop at anything. I don't believe he'd hesitate to kill Corinne if he thought it would save him.
But at what time is he coming to see you?
Between 8 and 10.
All right, Miss Wonderly, we'll have a man there.
Oh, no, Sam, no. This is too important for that. I'll look after it myself, Miss Wonderly.
Oh, thank you.
Not at all.
Oh, here, I've brought some money. Will $200 be enough?
No, to begin with, yes. Oh, by the way, it would help some if you would meet Thursday in the lobby.
Oh, I will.
You don't have to look for me, Miss Wonderly. I'll see you all right.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss Wonderly. See you tonight.
Yes, goodbye.
Well, Miles, what do you think of it?
You saw her first, Sam, but I spoke first.
I wasn't talking about a figure. What about her story?
Huh? Oh, what about it?
Well, you got a great brain, Miles. Yes, you have.
So Miles went out to tail Thursby last night, huh?
Yeah.
And Thursby shot him. Is that what you think?
Well, that's what you think, Dundee. I don't know.
Tom, get on the phone. Call the St. Mark and ask for a girl named Wonderly.
I thought of that myself, Lieutenant. She's never registered. The whole story is probably a fake.
Oh, was it? How about yours, Mr. Spade?
Tom, what's your boyfriend getting at?
I'll tell you what I'm getting at. Floyd Thursby was shot down in front of his hotel an hour ago.
Take your paws off me.
Easy, boss. Don't rough him up.
Where were you tonight, Spade?
I was right here all night long.
You got any proof?
No. So you think I shot Thursby, huh?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, I know where I stand now. Did Thursby die?
Yes.
How did I kill him? I forget.
He was shot 3 times in the back with a .44.
Hotel people know anything about him?
Nothing except he'd been there a week.
Alone?
Alone.
Well, did you find out who he was, what his game was?
Nope. We thought you could tell us that.
I've never seen Thursby, dead or alive.
Now, look, Spade. If you did get Thursby, you'll get a square deal out of me and most of the breaks. I know that I blame you a lot, the man who killed your partner, but that wouldn't keep me from nailing you.
Fair enough. But I'd feel better about it if you'd have a drink with me. No?
No.
Well, good night, gentlemen. I'm tired. Hello. Yes? Oh, hello, Miss Wantley. Where are you? Where? Coroner, Department 101, huh? I'll be there in a few minutes. Oh, by the way, what's your name this morning? Miss LeBlanc. Okay, Miss LeBlanc.
I have a terrible confession to make.
Yeah? Well, go ahead, Miss LeBlanc.
Well, that story I told you yesterday was all a story.
Oh, that's all right. I didn't believe your story anyhow. I believed your $200.
Oh?
You paid too much for someone who was telling the truth.
Oh, I see.
Now, let's clear up one thing first, Miss LeBlanc.
What?
Your name. Now, what is it? Not LeBlanc.
No, it's really Shaughnessy.
First name?
Bridget.
Bridget Shaughnessy. Oh, that's one I can believe.
Mr. Spade, tell me, am I to blame for last night?
Well, you warned us that Thursby was dangerous. I wouldn't say it was your fault.
Oh, thank you. Mr. Archer was so alive yesterday. So solid and hearty.
Now, stop it. He knew what he was doing. Those are the chances we take. Anyway, there's no time for worrying about that. Right now, there's a flock of cops running around with their noses to the ground.
Mr. Spade, do they know about me?
Well, so far, all they know is that there's a girl somewhere.
But must they know about me at all, Mr. Spade? Couldn't you manage to shield me from
Well,
them?
maybe, but I'll have to know what it's all about.
Well, I can't tell you now. Later I will. You'll have to trust me. Oh, I'm so alone and afraid. I've got nobody to help me if you won't. Please trust me. Help me. Be generous, Mr. Spade.
You don't need much of anybody's help. You're good. Keep your eyes, I think. And that throb you get into your voice when you say things like, be generous, Mr. Spade.
All right. I deserve that. But the lie was in the way I said it, not in what I said. You can leave if you like.
Oh, no, not yet. I've got nothing against trusting you blindly, but I can't do you any good if I don't know what it's all about. For instance, I've got to have some sort of a line on your friend Thursby.
I met him in Hong Kong. We came here just last week.
Where? Not from Hong Kong.
No.
Where?
Well, I can't tell you.
Well, go on.
I needed him. I was completely dependent on him. He knew it. He took advantage of it to double-cross me.
How?
I can't tell you that either.
Well, why'd you want him shadowed?
I wanted to learn how far he'd gone, whom he was meeting.
Did he kill Archer?
Yes, certainly.
Well, Thursby had a Luger in his shoulder holster. Archer wasn't killed with a Luger.
Floyd always carried an extra revolver in his overcoat pocket.
So why all the guns?
He lived by them.
Picked a nice playmate. All right, let's have it now. How bad a spot are you in?
As bad could be.
Physical danger?
Yes, and I'm not heroic. I don't think there's anything worse than death.
No, shut up. You mean someone who might kill you?
Yes, and they'll get me unless you help. You've got to help. Do you hear? You've got to.
I said shut up. All right, I'll help you. And they'll probably give it to me, too, huh? All right, so what? I guess I won't be the first guy who let a dame make a sucker out of him.
He's back again, Mr. Spade.
Who, Effie?
The fellow was here this morning. Here's his card.
Joel Cairo. Is he a character?
Mm-hmm. Foreign type. He smells like gardenia.
Gardenia, huh? Well, shoot him in, Effie.
Right. Will you come in, Mr. Cairo?
Very kind. Thank you.
No, sit down now, Mr. Cairo.
Thank you.
I'm Sam Spade. Something I can do for you, Mr. Cairo?
Yes, thank you. But first, may a stranger offer condolences for your partner's unfortunate death.
Thank you.
And may I ask, Mr. Spade, if there is a certain relationship between that and the death of the man Thursby? May I ask that?
No.
I beg your pardon. Mr. Spade, I'm trying to recover an ornament that has been, shall we say, mislaid. I thought and hoped you could assist me.
Yeah?
The ornament is a statuette, the black figure of a bird.
Yeah?
And I'm prepared to pay on behalf of the figure's rightful owner the sum of $5,000 for its recovery and, what is the phrase? No questions will be asked.
Well, $5,000 is a lot of money. Come in.
Is there anything else for me, Mr. Spade?
Oh, no. Good night, Effie. And lock the door when you go, will you?
Good night.
Yes, Mr. Cairo. $5,000 is a very... What do you think you're doing?
I'm pointing a revolver at a spot directly between your eyes. You will please clasp your hands together at the back of your neck and do not move. I intend to search your office, and if you attempt to prevent me, I shall certainly shoot you.
All right, go ahead.
You will please stand. I shall make sure you are not armed.
Certainly. All right, Mr. Cairo. Drop the gun, please. Drop it. Drop it, or do I twist your arm off at the elbow?
You, here. Take it.
Yeah. Thanks. Now, sit down over there and behave yourself.
You have bruised me, Mr. Spade.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little annoyed. I don't like guys who make a phony offer of $5,000.
You are mistaken, Mr. Spade. That was and is a genuine offer.
Yeah?
And I am prepared to pay $5,000 for the figure's return. You have the figure?
No.
Then why did you risk serious injury to prevent my searching for it?
Well, I should sit around, let people come in and stick me up. So the offer still goes, huh?
Most certainly.
All right. Now, let's put the cards on the table. Your first guess was that I had the bird. Now, there's nothing to that. Now, what's your second guess?
That you know where it is, or at least that you know it is where you can get it.
Well, you're not hiring me to do any murders or burglaries for you, but simply to get it back, if possible, in an honest, lawful way.
If possible, and in any event with discretion. I'm at the Hotel Belvedere when you wish to communicate with me. Good evening, Mr. Spade.
So long. Oh, wait. You know a girl named Wanderley?
No, I do not.
LeBlanc?
No.
Well, how about Bridget Shaughnessy?
The Hotel Belvedere, Mr. Spade. Room 655.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, may I have my revolver back, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'd forgotten that. Here you are.
Thank you. Now, you will please keep your hands behind your head. I still intend to search your office.
Well, I'll be... All right, go ahead.
Thank you.
Come in, Mr. Spade. Do you have any news for me?
Yeah, a little.
I mean, did you manage it so that the police won't have to know about me?
No, they won't. For a while, anyway.
Oh, and you won't get into any trouble. You won't, Mr. Spade.
Oh, I don't mind a reasonable amount of trouble.
Do sit down, please.
Do sit down, please. Now, look, you aren't exactly the sort of person you pretend to be, are you?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Oh, schoolgirl manner, stammering, blushing, and all that. Because if you are, honey, we'll never get anyplace. Now, stop acting.
All right, I'm sorry.
Good. I saw Joel Cairo tonight.
You know him?
Only slightly.
What did he say?
About what?
About me.
Nothing.
Well, what did he talk about?
Well, he offered me $5,000 for the Black Bird.
Oh, did he? And what did you say?
Well, I said $5,000 is a lot of money.
It is. It's a lot more than I could ever offer you if I must bid for your loyalty.
Oh, that's good. Coming from you. Now, what have you given me besides $200? Have you given me any of your confidence, any of the truth?
Can't you trust me a little longer?
Well, how much is a little? What are you waiting for?
Well, I must talk to Joel Cairo.
Well, you can see him tonight.
He can't come here. I can't let him know where I am. I'm afraid.
Well, my place, then. What about it?
All right. Your place.
Good.
But wait. You'll have to let me go about this in my own way. You mustn't interfere.
Well, I'll just sit and listen while you talk over old times.
You're a strange person. I like you.
Yeah? Well, don't overdo it. Sit Now, Mr. Cairo. Now, Miss Shaughnessy.
I might advise you, Mr. Spade. There's a boy outside who seems to be watching the house.
Yes, I know. I spotted him.
What boy? Who is he?
Oh, I don't know. A gunman, I guess. He's been telling me around town all evening.
Did he follow you to my apartment?
No, I shipped him before that. Well, let's start the meeting.
I'm delighted to see you again, Miss Shaughnessy.
I was sure you would be, Joel.
Well, I'll mix a drink. Just go ahead, Bridget.
Mr. Spade told me about your order for the Falcon. How soon can you have the money ready?
It is ready.
In cash?
Oh, yes.
You're ready to give us $5,000 if we turn over the Falcon to you.
I should be able to give you the money at, say, 10:30 in the morning.
But I haven't got the Falcon.
What?
Oh, don't worry. I'll have it in another week at the most.
Why must I wait a week?
Well, perhaps not a whole week.
And why, if I may ask, are you willing to sell it to me at all?
I'm afraid, after what happened to Floyd. I'm afraid to touch it except to turn it over to somebody else right away.
Tell me, exactly what did happen to Floyd?
He was murdered by the fat man.
Fat man? Is he here?
I don't know. I suppose so. What difference does it make?
It might make a world of difference.
Yes, you might be able to get around the fat man, Joel, as you did that one in Istanbul. What was his name? The one you did away with.
That is a lie, you dirty little...
Get away from her. Get away, do you hear?
Oh!
Now, cool down.
This is the second time you've put your hands on me, Mr. Spade.
I'll try and make it the last. Now, you better get out, Cairo. I'll call you tomorrow.
You're working for her now, is that it?
I'm working for myself. If you want to withdraw your offer, just say so.
The offer still stands.
All right, get out.
Very well. Good night, Mr. Spade.
Well, you've got some fine friends, Miss Shaughnessy. Do they always try to throttle you?
I suppose I ought to thank you.
Well, you've had your talk with Cairo, and I can talk to me.
Well, it didn't work out the way I hoped. I'll have to go now.
No, not until you've told me about it.
Am I a prisoner?
Maybe. Or maybe that kid outside hasn't gone home yet.
Do you think he's still there?
Likely.
I'll stay for a while anyhow.
Okay. Now, what's this bird, this falcon that everybody's all steamed up about?
It's a black figure of a bird, a hawk or a falcon, about a foot high.
Well, what makes it so important?
I don't know. They wouldn't tell me. But they promised me $5,000 if I helped them get it from the man who had it.
That was in Istanbul.
Yes.
Well, go ahead.
That's all. They promised me the money to help them, and I did. And then we found out that Joel Cairo meant to desert us, taking the Falcon with him and leaving Floyd and me nothing, so we did exactly that to Mr. Cairo. But then I wasn't any better off than before, because Floyd hadn't any intention of keeping his promise to me about sharing equally. I learned that by the time we got here.
What's the bird made of?
Porcelain or black stone, I don't know.
You're a liar.
What?
A liar.
Yes, I am. I've always been a liar.
Now, don't brag about it. Is there any truth at all in that yarn?
Some. Not very much.
All right. We've got all night before us. I'll put some coffee on and we'll try again.
Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of lying and thinking up lies and not knowing what is the lie and what's the truth. Don't ask me. Please don't. If there's any kindness in you at all.
Now, what are you trying now? That's right. Turn on the beauty. Let your eyes get nice and starry. Put your arms around my neck and look pleadingly at me. Now, you're great. Do you think it's going to get you anyplace?
Oh, I couldn't with you.
No? Well, don't be so sure.
We'll hear Act Two of The Maltese Falcon, starring Edward G. Robinson, Gail Patrick, and Laird Kriegar, in just a moment. Meantime, I have exciting news for you. The package of Lux you have in your home now looks just like the package you've always bought. But the flakes inside have been improved so that they can help you more than ever to save washables in wartime. Washables that may be irreplaceable. Remember, the Lux your dealer has now in the same familiar package is new improved Lux. Improved 3 ways. The first way, Mrs. Burton, how would you like to have a Lux that's even milder and safer than ever?
Why, that would be wonderful. But it's hard to see how Lux could be milder.
Well, new improved Lux is the mildest, safest ever made. To give today's precious washables the super safe care they need to make them last longer. Now, Mrs. Johnson, suppose I told you suds from new improved Lux are even richer, more cleansing than before.
Why, that's just what I need for the children's things. A soap that's
really mild, but that really gets after the dirt.
And Mrs. Sutherland, how would you like a Lux made with suds that are even longer lasting?
Even longer lasting than before? Why, that would make Lux thriftier than ever.
Yes, new improved Lux is better than ever for every soap and water job you have to do. First, it's the mildest, safest Lux ever made. Second, its suds are richer, more cleansing. Third, they're longer-lasting suds that do more work. Give more of your washables this super-safe Lux Care. Not only silks and woolens and rayons, but gay cottons, all your colored things. New improved Lux comes in the same familiar box. Your dealer has it now. Now, our producer, Mr. DeMille.
Act 2 of The Maltese Falcon, starring Edward G. Robinson as Sam Spade, Gail Patrick as Bridget, and Laird Krieger as Gutman. On the trail of the Black Falcon, Sam Spade has followed nothing but blind alleys. But now a call comes from his secretary.
He was here twice, Mr. Spade. He wouldn't leave his name, though.
No place I can reach him?
He said something about the Hotel Barclay.
Well, what did he look like, Effie? Can you describe him?
That's easy enough. A big fellow, about 270 pounds.
Yeah? The Fat Man.
In the lobby of the Hotel Barclay, Sam Spade watches for the Fat Man. But he sees only the boy who has followed him for the last 3 days.
All right, son. Where is he?
What?
Come on, where is he? You work for him, don't you?
Who?
A fat man. I want to speak to him.
What do you think you're doing, Jack? Kidding me?
I'll tell you when I am. You've been tailing around after me for 3 days, and I'm getting a little sick of it. You can tell the fat man I said so.
Shove off.
You'll have to talk to me before you're through, Sonny. So will he.
I said shove
You
off.
can take your hand out of your pocket. Guns don't scare me much.
Keep asking for it, and you're going to get it. Plenty.
People lose their teeth talking like that. If you want to hang around, be polite. I'll tell the fat man to call me. Leave his name.
Hello, Mr. Spade. Mr. Gutman called. He says the boy gave him the message. Room 407, the Barclay, this afternoon at 3.
Ah, Mr. Spade. Delighted to see you, delighted.
How do you do, Mr. Goodman?
Sit down, my friend. We'll have a little drink.
Well, I can't stay long. Sorry, I've got an appointment at the district attorney's office.
So? Interesting. Say when, Mr. Spade.
I'll leave it to you.
Excellent, excellent. I distrust a man who says when. If he's got to be careful not to drink too much, it's because he's not to be trusted when he does. You're a close-mouthed man, Mr. Spade.
No, I like the talk. I enjoy it.
Better and better. I distrust a close-mouthed man. He generally picks the wrong time to talk and says the wrong things. Well, sir, we'll talk.
That's well. Well, we talk about the black bird.
You're the man for me, sir. No beating about the bush, but right to the point. But first, sir, answer me a question. Are you here as Miss Shaughnessy's representative or Mr. Cairo's?
No, there's nothing certain about it either way yet. It depends.
But which will you represent? It will be one or the other.
Not necessarily.
Who else is there?
Well, there's me.
Ah, that's wonderful, sir. Wonderful. I do like a man who tells you right off that he's looking out for himself.
Let's talk about the black bird.
Let's. Mr. Spade, have you any conception of how much money can be got for that black bird?
No.
Well, sir, if I told you half, you'd call me a liar.
No, not even if I thought so.
You know what the bird is, of course.
No, I don't.
You don't? They didn't tell you that?
Well, I know what it's supposed to look like, and I know the value in human life you people put on it.
But Miss Shaughnessy didn't tell you what it is. And Cairo didn't either? They must know what it is. What do they? What is your impression, sir?
Well, there isn't much to go by. Cairo wouldn't talk. The girl said she didn't know, but I took it for granted she was lying.
Then they don't know. I am the only one in this whole wide, wonderful world who does.
That's great. When you've told me, that'll make two of us.
Mathematically, correct, sir. But I don't know for certain that I'm going to tell you.
Now, don't be foolish. You know what it is. I know where it is. That's why I'm here.
Well, sir, where is it? There, you see? I must tell things, but you refuse. That is hardly equitable, sir. No. I don't think we can do business along these lines.
You don't, huh? Well, think again and think fast. I told that gunman of yours that you'd have to talk to me before you finished. Now, I'll tell you now that you'll do your talking today or you're through. Now, what are you wasting my time for? I can get along without you. Now, talk!
Anything wrong, boss?
Come in, Wilmer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come in, Sonny. Keep your hand off your gun or I'll knock your ears down.
Listen, you...
Wilmer. Just stand over there, Wilmer. Excitable young man, Mr. Spade.
Well, make up your mind, Gutman. While you're doing it, keep that gunsel away from me. I'll kill him.
Mr. Spade, I must say you've a most violent temper.
I'll think it over. We've got till 5:30. Then you're either in or out for keeps.
Now look, Mr. Spade.
Well, my guess might be excellent or it might be crummy, but Mrs. Spade didn't raise any children dippy enough to make guesses in front of a district attorney and a stenographer.
Mr. Spade, I wish you wouldn't regard this as a formal inquiry. And please don't think I have any belief in those theories that police seem to form. You see, they think you killed Thursday.
Yeah? Well, what's your theory?
Simple. Tell me who Archie was shadowing Thursday for, and I'll tell you the murder.
Oh, that's where you're wrong.
Whether or not I'm wrong isn't for you to judge. I'm a sworn officer of the law, Mr. Spade. My duty
I
is...
thought this was an informal talk.
It is,
Well, then
but
listen. The police think I'm mixed up in those killings. Well, my best chance of clearing myself is to bring in the murderers all tied up. My only chance of ever tying them up is by keeping away from you and the cops, because you'd only gum up the work.
Now, just a minute.
And
Mr.
I don't
Spade,
want any more of these informal talks. If you want to see me again, pinch me or subpoena me or something, and I'll come down with my lawyer. See you at the inquest.
Hey. You.
Well, hiya, son. Didn't expect to see you until 5:25. I hope I haven't kept you waiting.
Keep on riding me, and they'll be picking iron out of your liver.
The cheaper the crook, the gaudier the patter. Gutman ready to talk?
He's waiting at the hotel. Get going.
Oh, they're on their way up now? Thank you. Oh, hello, operator. I don't want to receive any calls for about an hour. Yes, thank you.
Go on, get in, Sonny.
Mr. Spade.
Here, Gutman. Here's your gunman's six-shooter.
Well, what's this?
I took it away from him. I was afraid he might hurt himself.
I'll get you, Spade. Someday I'll let you have it right in the face.
Come on, get out of here.
Wait outside, Wilmer. By gad, sir, you're a chap worth knowing. An amazing character. Here, I've mixed a drink for you.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, I owe you an apology.
Now, never mind that. Never mind. Let's talk about the bird.
All right, sir, let's. Mr. Spade, this is going to be the most astounding thing you ever heard.
Yeah?
What do you know, sir, about the Knights of Rhodes?
Nothing.
Well, they were crusaders, Mr. Spade. In 1539, these crusading knights persuaded the Emperor Charles V to give them the island of Malta.
Yeah?
He made but one condition. They were to pay him each year the tribute of a falcon in acknowledgement that Malta was still under Spain. You follow me?
Yeah, so far.
Good. Well, sir, the knights were profoundly grateful to the Emperor for his generosity toward them.
Uh-huh.
The very first year, they sent him not an insignificant live bird, but a glorious golden falcon, encrusted from head to foot with the finest jewels in their coffers. Well, sir, what do you think of that?
I don't know.
These are facts. Historical facts. They sent this jeweled bird to Charles, who was then in Spain. But it never reached Spain. famous admiral of buccaneers took the Knight's Galley and the bird. In 1713, it turned up in Sicily. In 1840, it appeared in Paris. It had, by that time, acquired a coat of black enamel so that it looked like nothing more than a fairly interesting black statuette. Then in 1922, a Greek dealer named Charaleos found it in an obscure shop. No thickness of enamel could conceal value from his eyes. Drink up, sir.
Yeah, well, go on.
Well, sir, to hold it safe, Charaleos re-enameled the bird.
Okay.
I got wind of his find, but when I arrived in Athens, I discovered that the bird was gone and Charaleos murdered. That was over 20 years ago. Well, sir, it took me 20 years to locate that bird, but I did. I traced it to the home of a Russian general, one Kemidov, in Istanbul. I sent some agents to get it. Well, sir, they got it. And I haven't got it.
Where's Kemidov?
Oh, Kemidov? He died.
Very suddenly.
Yes. His heart.
Was there a knife in it or a bullet?
Your glass, sir? Thank you. Now, before we start to talk prices, how soon are you willing to produce the Falcon?
A couple of days.
That's quite satisfactory. Well, sir, here's to a fair bargain. Drink up.
Well, what's your idea of a fair bargain?
$25,000 when you deliver the Falcon to me, and another $25,000 later on, or I'll give you 1/4 of what I realize on the Falcon. That would amount to a vastly greater sum.
Well, how much greater?
Who knows? Shall I say 100,000? That would be the minimum.
And what's the maximum?
What would you say to 250,000?
Well, then you think the dingus is worth $1 million, huh?
At least.
Well, that's a lot of dough.
A lot of dough.
No, huh? And the maximum? And
What's the matter, Mr. Spade? Are you feeling ill?
I feel, what was in that drink?
The drink? Oh, I drugged it.
Yeah?
You'll be unconscious very shortly, Mr. Spade. You'd better lie down. I wouldn't want you to fall.
Well, that's very good. That's very...
No. Dear. Oh, Joel! Joel, come in.
Is he unconscious?
Yes. You know, he's a very interesting person, Joel. The kind of a man I enjoy dealing with.
We pause now for station identification. This is the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Well, that wraps up this episode of Condensed Bat-Supe, featuring 2 more chapters of George Latimer, Crooked Political Boss, from The Adventures of Superman. Thank you for listening. Be sure to tell your friends to subscribe to Bat-Supe on their favorite podcatcher. We can also be found on YouTube and Facebook. We'll see you next time for another exciting edition of Condensed Bat-Supe as we bring you more of George Latimer, Crooked Political Boss, and the conclusion of The Maltese Falcon. Until then, up!
We're a little late, so good night, folks.